today and a decision, the process, a decision reached, but it appears as though there was very little discussion and the whole process has been adjourned.
No. It's also, Charles, yes, Nigerians have a right to expect, after all, we are their representatives. We're elected by them to represent them. And I know that expectation is high, and we could have done it today. But you see, the Constitution has prescribed rules. This emergency rule is a very serious constitutional development.
Indeed.
It's one of the most serious constitutional developments. And the framers of the Nigerian Constitution took their time, not only in regulating strictly the conditions under which it can be imposed. And let me be clear, none of this talks about removal of elected officials. None of it. In other words, the expectation is that the president, even when he declares a state of emergency, can do so to strengthen and aid the elected officials, not to replace them.
So if it's that important, why didn't you guys discuss it today?
By the Constitution, after the declaration, which the president has done, what he has done has not actually completed the declaration. The president has only started the process.
Yeah, but he's sworn in the administration.
Yes, whatever he has done is inchoate. It has not crystallized. The powers of emergency under Section 305 have not crystallized. In other words, legally speaking, constitutionally speaking, there's no effective emergency rule now.
Until it is.
Until the Senate and the House,
the
National Assembly, collectively speaking, by 2/3 majority. You see how the Constitution recognizes that it's an extraordinary situation. Now, the constitutional requirement is for the president to forward that proclamation to the National Assembly.
Well, he said he has.
And it has to be gazetted and sent.
He said he has.
Now, when they receive, the Speaker and the Senate President, as they normally do every morning, they will read communications from the executive. That has to be presented. Once that is presented, then the process of the National Assembly's participation in this emergency rule process has kicked in. For now, today we expected it. I was there. A lot of members were there. And we all have our views. There may be some who are in support, but I can tell you it will be a difficult thing to get it passed. And let me tell you, the Constitution says 2/3 majority. In other words, of the total number, not of the people who are present. And there are some of us who, because we take this seriously, it's an ideological issue. It's not just personal. It's not because of Sim Fubara. It's not because of Amehule. It's not because it's an APC government doing it. No. It is, for some of us, ideological. It has to be a matter of protecting the sovereignty of the peoples of Rivers State and then the democratic rights within our constitution.
Would you be surprised if the Senate passes that?
I'll be very surprised. First of all,
move by the president?
Oh yes, because it has to be supported by 2/3 of members.
Well, you need at least 73 senators.
About 73 senators.
Yeah.
Not only will you have 73 senators in attendance, it means that of the members who are present, you understand? 73 must vote in support. The same number that can enthrone a leadership of the 2/3. In the case of the House of Reps, 240 members. In the case of the Nigerian Senate, where I'm a member, 73 of us will have to agree. Okay? And some of us, as I've said, for ideological consistency, in defense of the democracy of our country, in defense of the Constitution, in defense of the sovereignty of the peoples of Rivers State, we are ideologically opposed to it.
Right. Yes. This is, of course, from a